Hi guys, I thought I would do my weekly setup in my wellness planner on camera today. I've shared this around quite a few places and had a really positive and supportive response from lots of you, so I thought I would do it all on camera just so you can see what I do. So this is the blank weekly spread from the Happy Planner Wellness Planner in the classic size. I didn't know you could get it in the big size. Apparently you can in the States, and I think I probably would have gone for a larger size if I knew about it, but this is still working and I'm still enjoying the whole process. So I do go heavy on the stickers, mainly because that's what makes me want to open it up and look at it. And if you're not going to be willing to open it up and look at it, you're not going to use it effectively. So I decorate it to give me the colour to open it and give me the structure. And I've done something a little bit different today. I've been using pretty much just rainbow functional items from Beth Designs UK in the setup, and I've gone for predominantly rainbow weeks. Classic rainbows, variations on the rainbow, and just that bold colour is very me. This week, however, I'm going for a sort of a cool colour palette, still using the same items. And what I've done is I've just gone through all the different sheets and collected together what I want to use for different purposes, which is probably going to confuse me completely as I go through and set everything up, but we're going to give it a go. So all of these are available in the shop. These, however, I've kind of created myself. I've taken a sheet of apple labels, of which I have none to hand. Bear with me a moment, I can show you what I mean. There we go. A sheet of these. I have loads of these because I was using them to record work stuff, and obviously I've not been at work, so I'm just trying to make use of what I've got. And I've just stuck one of these icons over the top of the apple, just so I know that that's there. This is to record my exercise if I do any. I'm not going to exercise every single day, but it's quite nice for me to be able to visually go, I did that, I didn't do anything there, I did that. It's that quick check-in because I'm going through my planners in quite a lot of detail on a Sunday to set my intentions for next week. So I have made a note, and I'm going to apologise now for the wobbly camera. My new phone is slightly heavier than my old one and seems to have thrown the balance of everything off. I've made a note of all of the numbers of the different stickers that I've used, which I will say as we go along, and then I will also make sure all those numbers are recorded in the description box below. So I've talked for quite a long time there. Apologies for that. Right, so I'm going to start off with my hydration trackers and my 3-star checklists. And these go at the top because then I can see really, really clearly the meals. So it's that physical care, mental care, reflection is kind of how my structure goes a little bit. And I do full-on colour blocking, as you may have seen from some of my photos. I haven't shared them too widely, and a lot of them are quite blurred because by the time you start filling in the reflections, they do get quite personal on how things are going. So the whole purpose of getting a wellness planner to begin with was I wanted somewhere where I could focus on positive habits, positive daily habits that would mean that I'm looking after myself and implementing a lot of things that have come out of the therapy sessions that I've done so far. And so that was kind of, that was my project for my One Book, One Project that I was going to do for One Book July. I never intended to do one book, literally, for One Book July, which I have, which is always nice. But having the full picture of how I'm looking after myself is really helping me re-establish those sort of positive habits, because, you know, when you have a bit of a difficult time mentally, the basics go, and it takes an awful lot to kind of get them going again. and then to maintain that. And it's all about reforming those habits. So reforming habits, I think so, I read somewhere that to form a habit requires approximately 6 to 8 weeks of doing it every single day before it's internalized. So if you're re-establishing habits and not able to do it every single day, it's actually quite hard work. But I'm doing well. I am getting there slowly, and it's been really nice that a lot of you have been really supportive. And when I've asked about, you know, what you'd like to see and things, a lot of the comments have been related to my mental health and how I use planners for that. So that's where this has come from, really. So that is that. I don't meal plan these. These are what I've actually eaten. So I do meal planning in my bullet journal, in as far as working out what our meals are going to be for the week, which change, and having a vague idea of what I'm going to eat for sort of breakfasts and lunches through the week. But this is where I record what I've actually eaten, because I might plan to have breakfast and then not eat it. And the fact that I haven't eaten it is really important for me to be able to see visually. So that's what I do. Next, I'm going to go in with the exercise. And, you know, I'm now at the point, I think, where I feel a little bit more able to do proper exercise. I say proper exercise, what do I mean by proper exercise? Like, I've been counting exercise as like vigorous housework and just going for a gentle stroll around town, because that's been wearing me out, and my energy levels are still a bit up and down, but I kind of feel like a longer walk a couple of times a week is a little bit more feasible. That is wonky. Can't cope with wonkiness. Gonna have to tweak slightly. It'll do. So, part of this process is just working out, considering in my head what I'm going to do during the week, and what I might need to be aware of, and it's also what we've described in our sessions as an absorbing activity. So your mind is focused on something specific and not focused on the 9 to 5 other things in your head that you worry about on a daily basis. So that's why I still do stickering a lot. So that's my sort of physical self-care bit. Now, I have been recording. I think I'm going to use... No, I'm using these ones here. I haven't been saying numbers, have I? So let me just recap. The hydration trackers are R032. If you search on the website, they should come up. The star checklists are R123. So R just means it's a rainbow. Right, these ones I've been using for tracking screen time on my phone. These are, let me find out my list, R091. So all I do is, I do this the day after. So on a Tuesday I'll go back and fill in Mondays. I just record how long I've spent on my phone and record the app that I've used the most, which has gone from Facebook to games this week, so I kind of think that's okay. I've discovered that it counts when you've got the maps on, obviously, on Google Maps, that counts towards it. So if I've travelled somewhere, it automatically racks up the screen time, which took me a while to realise. If I hit snooze repeatedly on my sleep tracking app, then that adds to my screen time. So there were a couple of days last week where my screen time was inexplicably high, and I'm going, what on earth is going on? And I was trying to break it down and realised that because I slept through my alarm, heavily slept through my alarm, it had added an extra 45 minutes for that. And I hadn't even remembered using maps at one point, and it added an extra half an hour. So it adds up quite quickly, but it gives you quite a nice breakdown. So that's what I record in there. I'm trying to get into the habit as well of putting my phone on airplane mode from about 10 o'clock to about 8 o'clock. so that I don't have any notifications going off at night, which is quite nice. And then the last bit here is these little mini appointments. So these are, where are they on my list? R168, and these are designed to fit the columns on the Hobonichi Cousin, and they fit really nicely in smaller planners and the small Passion Planner as well. And these I use to record my sleep. So I downloaded a sleep app, which part of me cringed at, I will be honest. It was just like, why? I felt like I was going a bit app heavy at one point for kind of tracking things, and it's actually helped me get into quite a good routine and structure of sleep, and I'm getting sort of like a fairly equal amount of sleep each night, which is nice. And just recording it again is helping me see, you know, if I've slept really, really well but I'm still really, really tired, then that's going to have an impact. If I've slept really badly, it's no surprise that other things are thrown out. So it's just one of those things to keep an eye on while I'm sort of getting myself back together. And I have loads of these because I bought them to go on my cousin and don't use the cousin anymore, and I was like, well, what am I going to use them for? And actually, just for sleep, they're perfect. They're not too big, you don't end up with loads of space, so that works quite well. So that is that. I'm sorry, this isn't going to be a short video. This is me really breaking down what I'm doing in my wellness planner. So if you had the illusion this was going to be quick, it's not. Okay, so next I've been using the Scallop labels, which are R007, 007, to record my sort of self-care activities, that activity during the day that is for me. So whether that is sitting down and watching something, whether that is baking a cake, doing some sewing, just sitting and reading a book, having my nails done, having my hair cut, going for a walk, any activity like that, I've been recording in here. And I have been using an icon as well, which is the double heart stitch labels that Rachel does, and I cannot find what I've done with the sheet. I think it's probably because I've actually used them all. I thought noticing them for something else, so I might have to get some more of those. But in my head, these are now associated with that kind of purpose. So this is week 4 in my actual planner. I did a dry run the last week of June with some spare blank wellness pages that I had from somewhere. I think it's, oh no, I don't want that one. I've done them the wrong way around. What was I saying? Yeah, I had a bag full of Happy Planner goodies off someone for free because they weren't using them anymore, and there were some wellness pages and that. So I had a go at using them last week of June. And I've kind of been using everything in a fairly similar way. So certain things are now associated in my head, like screen time, sleep, self-care, automatically ingrained at the moment. So they will go in there. It irritated me very fractionally that I don't have a navy blue scallop label to go with the dark blue, but it's fine. I'm making it work. And that's just what you do sometimes. So there we go. So that's self-care. We're getting there. It's all good. Right. I'm going to do something slightly different this... Well, it's not really different. I did it the first week, and I haven't really done it since, where I filled up this space with just sort of random notes about the day. So I thought I'd put today headers down. I've been experimenting with different stickers and using up different things in my stash and just seeing how it goes. So that'll be in there, and then within this is where I kind of include some form of Gratitude. Now, gratitude is a word that I have struggled with in the past quite heavily, but it is something that has come out of excuse me, out of the sessions that I've done, out of things that I'm reading, as something that's a really nice thing to do as part of your self-care routine, and trying to stay positive. So it's thinking about the good things and those things you're thankful for. And Rachel's challenge, which I've talked about before, and written about on the Ellie Beth Science blog, that's a really nice simple way of incorporating gratitude where you may normally struggle with it or not have a clue what to write, or you can do something else. So the first few weeks in my planner, I was using the prompts from the challenge to record my gratitude. This week just gone, I've used these stickers and just found something else, because I'm still recording my overall gratitude challenge in my passion planner as part of my journaling. But one of the theories is that, sitting down at the end of the day and thinking of multiple things that you are grateful for is a good help and a good focus. So I thought if I do the Ellie Beth Gratitude Challenge in my passion planner, and in this I will think of something else to record. So, and that having them on the stickers just makes it separate to everything else. So that's the main reason I use stickers, is to make certain things stand out. And the mindless approach to putting them down, the mindful approach to putting them down, however you want to record it. I'm liking this colour combination. The first week that I did, the June week, I did with loads of reds and orange and yellows, like a really warm colour scheme, because I've done lots of spreads and I've going through all my functional sheets and just loads of red stickers. So I was like, I need to do something that's got lots of red on it. So I did that, and that was a nice warm one. This is like a nice cool one. These are just, did I say those? If I did, sorry, I'm going to say them again, but these are R003, the quarter boxes. These blank headers are R099. I do have some of the Today's Win stickers coming from this week's What's New Wednesday. So, which look like, if I show you from my little book, I'm just going to pause a sec. Sorry, that was my husband coming through the door. So this is the little book of sticker rating self-care edition that we got given at the event. You can now hear him whistling, which is really helpful. So the whole rainbow sheet of the Today's Win headers, which I've ordered to go in here, and I would have used these, but I obviously don't have enough cool colours to make it work, so I'm just going to record it on these and write in my own headers. I have wondered about doing a custom order on headers, just to switch up what I put where, because Rachel does offer that at certain times in her shop. So it's just going for me that, and here I write a positive action from the day. So what have I done that is a win, that is a positive, and then I make a note on sort of how I'm feeling overall about life, internally, whatever. And then the last thing I do to set up my week is I have these two boxes. So I have the 3-star checklist with a header, which is, I wrote this down somewhere, R123. So I just need to remember. So this has my weekly focus on. And then I have a stacked habit tracker, I love these, which is R077, to track how I'm doing with that focus. I've got this horrible feeling he's going to come in and say something now, just to annoy me, because I can hear him pacing around the room. It's throwing me off completely. Okay, and that is my setup for the week. Now, on Sunday, once I've done my review of the week, looking at my planner, I go through and work out what I want to focus on. I do already know that I want to focus on my water intake. So I've been very good at drinking lots of things, but not necessarily water, and I think that needs to be something I need to focus on. The first week I filled it out in advance, the rest of the time I've just kind of been filling it out as I go. And again, some of these things might come through on a Sunday when I go through everything and work out what I'm focusing on. So that is the setup in my wellness planner, using a whole fistful of functional rainbow sheets from A Bath Designs UK. So I'll leave my my affiliate discount code, in the description below, with the website and the list of all of the numbers of the rainbow sheets I've used to create this, because I know lots of people have asked. If you want to inquire about a custom header order, you cannot use my discount code though, because obviously that's Rachel's extra time and it's not a straightforward order. So yeah, I will be back with a 1 July video, and if you have any questions or anything about how I'm using my wellness planner, or would like to share how you're using yours, please leave them in the comments below. So I'll be back soon, guys, and in the meantime, happy planning.